My name's Kahmal Spencer. I moved up here when I was about 10 years old from London, south and north. Got a 5-year-old brother called LaShawn. Mum and dad living at home bungalow. Basically, I go to Heavis at high school. I've got aunts and uncles and down here, but mainly my family's in London. Got family over in America, Barbados, spread out over a lot of places. I'm looking to learn piano. I used to be into athletics, but it was a bit too much work for me. Not good. Nice to meet you. My name's Kahmal.
Nice to meet you too.
How was your upbringing, your childhood?
So I was born in Rwanda in '94. I spent two years there when I was little. So I don't remember much in the space of that 2 years. After that, I came here to Norwich with my mum. Well, my mum wrote a book called Miracle in Kigali, and a producer saw my face on the front cover, and at the time they were casting different roles for young Rwandan boys who could play football and act. And he saw my face, and I kind of fit the visual description for the casting. So he called my mum up. I thought it was a hoax, personally. He called my mum up and he said, "Does your son do acting, or can he come to an audition?" After that, I got an agent, and after that, I got 2 other TV roles. So,
Seeing as you moved to Norwich when you were 2, how did you get back in touch with your African roots? Did you have to go back for a while to kind of get the general feel for the place, or did you just adapt to it naturally? Did you just get it?
I think it was a mixture of both. I mean, I adapted it to it naturally because I'm quite a social person, and Rwandan culture is quite a social culture. I mean, in England, you'll have to call someone, say, "Can I come and meet you?" But in Rwanda, people just come to your door and let themselves in. So I think I quite naturally adapted to it socially, but there's still quite a huge language barrier there. I mean, I can understand quite a lot of it, but I can't speak as much. So a mixture of both, really.
Who's your role model?
When I was around 5, I would probably say it's Heskey, whereas now I'd definitely say it's my mum.
Yeah.
And I don't think that will change from this point onwards, but yeah, my mum definitely.
Do you think what she's been through has brought you two together to a certain degree?
I mean, obviously, I never went through what she went through when I was a kid, because I wasn't conscious. But I think through the difficult time she's had when she's been in Norwich, thinking about all the things that happened, I think that has brought us closer together. But I think just the simple fact that she's my mum, so we're always going to be close anyway.
Why, in your opinion, do you think Sai would be a good role model to young black people?
He wanted to get out of the situation he was in rural Guyana, with no money, working as a clerk, and the world was exciting, and he wanted to get there. And he got there. And not only did he get there, but he was engaged in one of the most difficult and as it happens, prestigious things that you could do. He was a young man fighting for Britain. And he did well. And afterwards, what was remarkable, afterwards, he didn't abandon his career, yeah? Look, the guy was a distinguished airman. He was a lawyer. And not content with that, he was a singer on national TV. Yeah? I think what impresses me is not so much that he did it, but that he did those things in the face of quite serious and sustained discrimination. For me, it's not so much that he was talented, although he was. It's not so much that he was successful, although he was, but not as successful as if he's been white, but he was successful. To me, what stands out about him is that he was determined to be himself. And he carried on and did that. And that's what makes him a hero.
Before we started this project, I didn't really know much about black history. I mean, my knowledge would stretch back to only what the school would teach me. My local role model was someone called Roger, and I picked him because his story tied in closely to mine. He started off new. He started off coming to Norwich, not knowing anyone, and he must have aspired, but he ended up in the acting industry, and I've always had an interest in the acting industry. And from there, he's gone into the music industry, and for me, it seems like he's trying to experience every walk of life he can. Like, he's trying to get experience in a lot more things than just one, and that really struck a connection with me. My national role model was C.Y. Grant, and he inspired me because he was a actor, one of the first black actors on TV to have airtime, and also he was a lawyer. He's an inspirational figure for me because he knew where he was going with life. He must have thought to himself one day, I want to be on TV, and he made sure he stayed. He wasn't going for anyone. The thing I enjoy most about this project will probably be learning that there are other black role models. My understanding of black history was Nelson Mandela, Malcolm X. I didn't even know when Black History Month is. I really didn't know anything, and I'm ashamed. I didn't know anything about black history. For me to find out that there's role models all over the place, and even in Norwich, I think that projects like this are important for people to participate in because it's opening their eyes, really. You're never going to know if you don't get taught. So this is really it opened your eyes to know that what you get told in school, there's other people. It's not just the people you hear about on TV. There's other people who aren't on TV, but they're still doing things as good as other people. So I think that is the biggest thing.